Hi guys. Okay, today I am off to Bristol again to see a Hungarian Vizsla who sounds like a very typical Vizsla, to be honest. So he's got excessive greeting issues, jumping up, getting overexcited, doesn't settle very well, on the go a lot, attention seeking, and then on walks he's pulling, he wants to go and play with everything, so trouble with then calling him back from playing with another dog, or yeah, it's classic young Vizsla issues, to be honest with you. So this should be a lot of fun. Vizslas are great to work with. They are really clever, want to please, and to be honest, there's just a case of making sure we're doing all of the right things, finding out what motivates him really well, and making sure we get some corrections in the right places for anything that he's not listening. So what generally happens is they get so overexcited by another dog or a bird or whatever it is, that then overrides their recall, which they would normally do well if there was no distractions. So really common issue, and we should be able to get him sorted really quite quickly. We just need to put some leadership in place, be quite strict with him, get the right discipline in place, find out what works best for him, and to find out everything that's going to work well for him in terms of both reward and correction, and a nice combination of the two, coupled with good strong leadership structure, so that he learns to be respectful and always listens and wants to listen. That's really important, obviously, that we get him really engaged and really wanting to focus and learn. We'll probably do a fair bit of obedience exercises with him. Vizslas do need a lot of mental stimulation, and if they're not getting enough, they'll find their own. So we need to look at how much of that he's getting and possibly increase that if he's not getting enough. A lot of the time as well, people might do a lot of training where they only ever do it at home, which is lovely, but the problem is you don't need it as much as at home as you do when you're out on a walk, especially if you want to have a free dog off the lead that gets to enjoy running around and playing. That's where we need that focus to be at its best. So quite often it's just that people have done lots of training, but they haven't done it on walks, which means he's not used to focusing around distractions. So we're going to have a look at all of that combined, and yeah, it should be a nice fun afternoon. Looking forward to it, and I will take lots of vids and get back to you after.
Should be a nice
Hello, hi, I'm Sarah. This is Hex, one of my trainees. That's all right. Oh my goodness, he's enormous.
I'm letting you see what happens.
Yes.
Okay, there you are.
Yes, absolutely.
There you are.
Like he's a good boy, isn't he? Oh my goodness, he's gorgeous though. Wow. Wow.
So Daniel Jackson has performed you.
This is typical.
Yes.
This is typical.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are initially just going to say talk.
Okay.
I don't know where you want to be.
where-
I'd like to be somewhere where he's likely to settle.
He'll settle if I tell him to, but I'll have to tell him quite firmly.
Sorry, just
Yeah, shut that door. Yeah.
Right.
Um.
Let's see if he'll settle on his own. And then if he doesn't, I'll put a lead in, but I want to just completely ignore.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
Alright?
Yeah.
So just nothing.
But actually, it's quite hard to do because
Yeah,
like,
it's
if
quite hard.
it is.
He's so gorgeous. And I'm trying to cover you, but there's no way I'm going to. Hello. Please come back. Get ready to grab that lead. Keep him back. Good. Yeah. Okay. And then bring him in the kitchen. Okay. Fabulous. Yeah. That's brilliant. Little copycat. Can you see how he's getting really excited then?
Okay,
As soon as he starts to get silly again, a little pressure up,
Okay.
and he's calm straight down when you do that. That was great.
Okay.
need to do
Yeah.
is, yes, there's going to be times when
Maybe should it be his head or his body?
doesn't matter. Good. There's a good. He's been so good. That's a good. Yeah. Well done, mate.
That's so good. You didn't get up for the
And
first
he's
time.
looking at your health.
For the first time, he didn't get straight back up again.
It's good if I do this, but it's not good if I do that. So I'm
Okay.
going to keep doing this thing with her.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the way,
We use what's it called? It's from Pets at Home. It's kind of because he's got a delicate stomach, so he has mainly fish flavour. It's like a
fish is.
No, after their toes, buddy.
That's it. That's beautiful. Relax more. That's better. Good boy. Good man. Well done. Good girl.
Good boy.
Yeah, I would have given him a treat for that.
Good boy.
He
Good
came
boy.
straight back to us without even needing to be called. He's so true.
Good boy.
Really? Literally so easy. Oh.
I think, well, bear in mind it's the first time he's had a treat. In his whole life.
Good boy! Keep going. Just go nuts for a minute. And you've just done off. Leave. Leave. Good boy. Heel. Heel. Good boy.
I think we're going to continue. So we could come over this side for training.
Holding the lead. Sorry, you've got an audience now, haven't you? Thank
Sorry.
you. Good boy. He worked all the way back.
Cheers, guys.
They're terrified all the time. And, you know. But it is just you guys.
Yeah.
Very much. Right, what I'm going to do now. You'll get used to that word.
Okay.
So we've got a little chihuahua here, so you need to be careful. So don't pick the lead up. What we're going to do. So yes,
Jackson,
this would have been good practice to say leave for Hector and see if you listen to it as he's going up. Yes. Break. So good. Break. I don't want to. I'm tired. I don't want to break. I like the heel work. It gives me treats.
So that's it, and that's the training.
Right, guys. Well, that was such a lovely session, but made a massive mistake in the opening video because obviously, as you've just seen from the videos, that dog was not a Hungarian Vizsla. What he was a Hungarian Vizsla crossed with a German Wirehaired pointer. Hence the fact that you probably were like, that's not a Vizsla, what's going on? So yeah, Jackson, gorgeous dog, massive. Wasn't expecting him to be quite so big, but oh my goodness, so switched on, so bright. Yes, very, very crazy when we first went in, but was picking up on the calming techniques very, very quickly, and he was just a joy to work with from start to finish, to be honest with you. Just picked everything up really fast, really wanted to work, wanted to learn, just enjoyed all the training. He was just, such a lovely dog. So I spent quite a bit of time inside working on getting him calm. He was picking that up really quickly. That is going to be a process, obviously, because you saw how completely wired he was when we first went in. But when we did the doorway training with the knocking on the door, he was very quick to pick all of that up and stay calm and stay away from the door. So such a wonderful dog to work with. So that was all fantastic. And then what again I forgot to mention in the opening video, there was some resource guarding as well that we needed to look at. So we've taught them how to stop resource guarding with his food bowl, and also we did some work with a bone, which was a very, very meaty bone. So he was absolutely wonderful with that. We chose to use a vibrate collar with that because his owner was really quite scared of him. So we had the man in the couple who was not scared of him at all and quite happy to use body language and push him out of the way when he was growling, but the lady was just really, really scared and didn't want to do that, which is 100%. We don't want to risk getting bitten, and also if we're trying to work with a customer who's lost their confidence with the dog, then we need to do everything possible to show them that we can do this really quickly and easily, and they're not going to have to risk putting their hand in to take the item out of the dog's mouth. So the easiest way of working with that, certainly with the lady, was to use a vibrate collar so that he's learning to back off from the bone rather than us having to go and actually take it out of his mouth, where, you know, if they're going to be too scared to do that, there's no point in teaching them. There is a technique, and I'm sure the gentleman would have been able to do that quite happily, but the lady in the couple would not have been happy to do that. So we have to work with the people as much as we have to work with the dog, and vibrate collar made that very quick and easy. He was learning his leave command so quickly, and had a great reaction to it, so it had the desired effect, but it wasn't scaring him, so absolute perfection. So that's going to be very straightforward. Obviously they're going to need to practice that a lot, and he will very quickly get to the point where he no longer needs that, and he's just literally working from the word leave. So that'll be nice and straightforward. And then we for the walking, because he's so big and so strong, he would have been too strong for me on just a simple slip. Well, he was too strong for me on a slip lead, and I am always about, again, making sure that it's all about what the customer can do. So again, two halves of the couple, got a really tall guy, really big tall guy, who would have probably been able to do everything with a slip lead, but I always say if I can't do it with that particular tool, then I shouldn't expect my customers to be able to do it. So he was just an absolute dream on a prong collar, conditioned to it really quickly, no negativity from it whatsoever, and was walking on a completely slack lead, doing beautiful heel work within a minute, I would say. He was just great on it. And I also think certainly it just calmed him down a lot as well. A lot of the time when we're using a tool that gives the control back to the owner, the dog gets calmer very, very quickly, because he was quite heightened and it was just making him feel safe. Soon as the dog goes, oh right, okay, I don't have to control this, I don't have to worry, their anxiety drops and their high intensity brain pattern just drops, and he was just an absolute dream. You could tell that it was really making him feel much calmer and safer and happier, more secure, obviously much easier for the customer to work with. So we've got happy dog, happy customer, everything's fantastic. And then the recall work that they did with him, again, absolutely wonderful. They're used to a dog that off the lead or on a long line would be nose to the floor all the time, not really listening when he wants to go and see a dog to play with or go up to people because he's so over friendly, and he was listening to everything, he was staying close with us, he was being responsive. He was just a dream. It's just an absolute dream to work with. So I don't think it's going to take them very long at all. Obviously they've got to get used to all the new behavior habits, they've got to get, use the tools correctly and practice a lot and lots of repetition. But yeah, Mr. Jackson was just an absolute perfect dog. Really enjoyed working with him, and he's a big soppy mush, and yeah, absolute sweetheart of a dog. So yeah, that was really, really wonderful session, and I don't think they're going to have any problems at all. We've got our next one-to-one session booked for 3 weeks time, where we're going to meet at the park at Keynsham like we normally do in Bristol, so that we've got a lot more distractions to work around. And I'm sure that he's going to be, well, if they stick to everything, he should be an angel in that session. We might even get him completely off the lead. We'll have to see. But the fact that we were able to work him today with the training line dropped and didn't even need to hold it, and he was doing off lead heel work past other dogs. I mean, he was just wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Really, really bright dog. Really bright dog, and was clearly just loving the work, loving the training, wanted to please, was really enjoying doing all the new things. So could not ask for better, really. That was just fantastic, and such a beautiful looking dog, such a lovely cross. He's obviously got the drive in there, the really strong drive from the pointer, and the scattiness of the Vizsla, yeah, really nice combination, and such a handsome, good looking dog. He's very, very sweet. So really enjoyed that session, and I will take some vids on the next one. You can see how he's getting on.